Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Episode 15 is finally here, and this time we touch back with Paul along with focusing on NanaHoshi. This was very easily my favorite episode so far. I really love the previous episode and everything that happens in it, but this episode once again proves why Mushoku Tensei is so much better than most isekai anime. This episode had some really interesting plot developments, nice character moments and progression that I really love. So, without wasting any more time, let's talk about it. The episode starts with Rudeus getting the letter from Paul, and we see what their party has been up to. They are currently at the East Port preparing to go to Begaret. I don't remember if we've seen this place when Rudy was traveling with Richard and Eris back in season 1, but this place looks crazy. I love the Chinese inspired architecture and the fact that its port is really interesting. I wonder if we're ever gonna properly visit this place in the story. I'd assume not, but since the series is so long, maybe it is gonna happen at some point. We also get to see Roxy, and it feels like it's been ages since we last saw her. If I remember correctly, we did not see her at all during the first part. We also have Paul talking about sending Aisha and Norn to live with Rudy, and this answers how they'll be coming back into the story and why they were both so prevalent in the opening and ending. The anime also tries to hide who their bodyguard is going to be, but I think I was already spoiled from the trailers. But I do wonder if I could have guessed it correctly if I wasn't spoiled just from the shot of his hand. Then we have one of my favorite moments from the episode, which is Rudy's reaction to the letter. It was so nice to see him being happy and glad that he'll be able to support and do something for his family. I know some haters like to say that Rudy never changes and stuff like that, but he's literally a completely different person compared to the beginning of season 1. It's easily one of my favorite aspects of the series, seeing all the characters grow both physically and mentally. According to light novel readers, we're not even done with 50% of the story yet, and that just gets me so damn excited about the future of the series. After that, we have some cute moments with Sylvie and Rudy enjoying their life and teaching magic to each other. And something that's really interesting is Rudeus not being able to use healing magic. It's been mentioned a few times in season 1 already, and even Orsted commented about it, so I really wonder why the author specifically chose healing magic to be a weakness of Rudeus. Maybe it's some kind of condition put by the person who isekaied him or something. But the crazy thing is, I don't even know whether he was isekaied by a specific person or not. Man, I really love this story so much. Then we finally have the NanaHoshi scene, which is pretty much the highlight of the episode. After 2 years of research, her most important experiment ends up failing. And her reaction? The voice actress delivered an extremely powerful and visceral performance that managed to give me chills. I believe her name is Wakayama Shion, and massive props to her for this amazing performance. NanaHoshi breaking down and completely losing it after realizing that she won't be able to go back is a moment I really appreciate. It felt like such a realistic reaction to getting isekaied, especially if you did not hate your life like Rudeus did. Isekai anime have reached a point where getting transported feels like a checklist rather than an actual plot point. So I really love the author of Mushoku for actually trying to tell a story through the use of isekai elements rather than writing something because it's popular. Then we have NanaHoshi being depressed and basically looking lifeless. Zanwa carried her back to Rudy's home like a giga chad, and I really love the cute moment with Julie and Sylvie. And another moment I really loved was Rudy's reaction to finding a knife on NanaHoshi. He immediately understood what she was trying to do, partly because he was about to do the same. It was one of my favorite moments of part 1, so I really appreciate the callback to it and Rudy's reaction. Then we have Rudy trying to help NanaHoshi by researching about the magic circle. Really love this entire sequence, especially with Rudeus relying on people he's formed relationships with over the course of his new life, which is something NanaHoshi doesn't have because she's trying not to get attached to anyone and thinking of everyone from this world as basically NPCs. I really love NanaHoshi and Rudy's dynamic and what they represent for the story so damn much. Everyone comes together and they finally manage to find a solution. And this time they finally succeed and manage to summon a plastic bottle into this world. Obviously the bottle is kinda whatever, but I'm really interested to see what this means for the future of the series and what else they end up summoning later on, and whether it's gonna cause another mana disaster or something. Finally, the episode ends with everyone celebrating and even NanaHoshi enjoying herself and thanking everyone. It was such a wholesome moment, and it's really nice to see her getting close to people instead of trying to do everything by herself. And I really appreciate Rudy's monologue to cap off the episode. The ending theme for this episode was sung by the voice actress, and it really makes the episode feel important and special, especially for the future of the series. The episode also looked pretty damn good. I basically have no issues with the visuals, and I really love NanaHoshi's breakdown scene. It was definitely a highlight. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this episode of Mushoku Tensei Season 2. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Mushoku Tensei and just anime content in general.